Hello. Hello, Rear Flame. Welcome. Let me just. Where is it? Okay, the chat works this time. Let us go to the screen then. Hello, konnichiwa, hola, hola everyone. Hi, my name is Leo. I'm your resident vampire, singer, and professional simp, and today we're starting a new game. As if we didn't have many ongoing series at this point. So this one, Hiveswap Friendsim, this one got recommended to me, if I remember correctly, by Tom the Cat at some point. And I have no idea what it is about. From what I read, is said it's just another like visual novel, and not necessarily a dating simulator, but it has elements of dating simulator. I don't know. But it's set in the like homestuck Hiveswap universe. And I'm gonna be completely honest with you guys, I never got into that when I was younger. I didn't even come across it back in my Tumblr days and stuff, so I don't really know anything about it. So yeah, if there are any references to that, I'm not gonna get them. So yeah, but with that, the premise is that apparently I crash landed wherever this is, and now I gotta find friends, which, not the best thing for an introvert, I guess, but let's see how it goes, okay? With that, let us begin. Ooh. So there are volumes. Huh. Okay. I'm guessing, like, is this purchase more volumes here? I don't know if, like, every single volume is available, or if after some point you have to start buying them. Because this one, no, actually, this one wasn't for free. This one was on a sale, I remember. That's why I got it so fast when after it got recommended to me, because it ended up being in a sale for very cheap, and that's why I bought it. Huh. Oh, there are 18 volumes. Huh. And this is locked. Interesting. Okay, let us begin with volume 1 then. I was gonna be like, this one was for free, but that's not true. You have just crash landed on a planet called Alternia and staggered from the smoldering wreckage of your ship. Hello, Tom the Cat. Welcome. Glad you could make it. Okay, you are now completely alone in a strange world. Desperate for information, for provisions, and possibly a bit of medical attention. But most of all, you are desperate for friendship. I mean, that's not a lie. You only need to purchase one. Okay, got it. I'll keep that in mind. Want someone on this godforsaken rock be your buddy? Any word I will do. You're not that picky. That does not correlate with me, but okay. But I don't recommend it. Oh, okay. Hang on. What's this now? Is someone approaching? Oh no. Well, I mean, she looks cool. I like her. Visually. I don't know what she's like. Ardata Carmia. Okay. There's no music, by the way, which is weird, but I guess we'll roll with it. Yes, someone's approaching. A strange, gray-skinned alien, clad in blue. Perhaps they will make for a good friend? Dear God. And just what are you supposed to be? Oh, there is the music. Now it's a bit loud for me. Is the volume okay for you guys? I always lower it down for me because I don't know, I guess I have sensitive ears, but let me know. Is it just me or all the games usually have like very high volume? Anyway, your stammering reply eventually conveys that you are a lost traveler who is hungry and probably in some need of medical treatment. You're also really lonely and wouldn't mind making a new friend right about now. Oh, oh my. Mm-hmm. Oh, how funny this is. How very troll, you. You wanna be my friend? Why does she's... What? Okay, she drags... Think it comes on later. Okay, yeah. Okay, thank you for letting me know. That's okay, the volume. Okay. It's too much, this thing at my doorstep, wishing to know me in any capacity. The hilarity somehow escapes my ability, but I can't pronounce all the I's, to capture with maniacal laughter. How rare. You apologize for your presumptuous request. You hang your head, turn around, and begin to walk away. And just... Oh. Okay, this one has strong language. Sure. Just what the fuck do you think you're doing? Who invited you to leave? You stop in your tracks immediately and turn to face her again. I would just run. We don't need to go through this. Your possibly broken ribs are throbbing in pain, but this does not strike you as the right moment to exhibit weakness. It dawns on me that we may have gotten off on the wrong counterpod. Where are my manners? Ghastly behavior on my part. After all, it isn't your fault that you seem to be some sort of hideous freak, is it? And such a tragic creature cannot be held responsible for such a devastating shortfall of social competence. Okay, I'm gonna start doing the eyes because I can. I would weep for you, really, except that crying out of 3 eyes at once gets a bit messy. So instead, I think I'll be saving my tears for someone less offensively worthless. Wow. Okay. I should have chosen the other guy. He looked cooler, I guess. Well, more chill. I don't know. Anyway, you aren't sure if she's inviting you inside or if she just got you to stay a little longer so she could insult you some more. You try to remain. All those great people have a... Oh my god, my chat doesn't let me see the last word. Hang on. Have verbal thing going on with each of them. Oh, okay. Interesting. You try to remain stoic while your confrontational new friend decides what to do with you. Unfortunately, you sniffle slightly. Oh. You can do his story after her. Okay. Oh, so that's why each like volume has like 2 characters. You can choose either. Any like after each route, I guess. Oh my. Oh dear, you're sad. So amusing to me. Mildly endearing, even. Perhaps I'll decide later if it's endearing. Once I have more information, it's entirely possible I will retroactively decide it's disgusting. But for now, try to put yourself at ease. You completely pitiful fool. Not one more sniffle. You understand? You know, well, practically exemplary control over your nose. Practicing. Okay. I can't read. You have gotten yourself agitated. I wonder why. You have nothing to worry about from me. Of course, I will be your friend. Conditionally, I mean. There is a chance that designation will be formalized if you behave in ways that I approve of, starting now. Let's call it a friendship in progress. Agreed? Your heart swells. This is what you've been waiting for. A new friend. Oh gosh. All you have to do now is try not to screw anything up at all. Possibly for many hours. Come into my hive. This way, after me. You look like you could use nourishment. I don't know what it is that whatever you are eats, generally, but it doesn't matter. You will eat whatever it is I have on hand, if I tell you to. How does that sound? How does it sound? Sounds fine, I guess. I mean, yeah, it's not like I have an option. But I'm not gonna be complacent about it. Although, it was the main character that asked for friendship, I guess. Oh, okay. Rejection. Well, that was nice. That was a nice start. Can I load? I didn't really save, so whatever. Let's start again. So, technically you could play any volume anytime? Question mark? Yeah, okay, we just skip through this. Okay, let's try the other option, because obviously there's more to the story, but, you know. Anyway, let's skip until we... Oh! Okay, I missed dialogue. I clicked too fast. Where is it? Okay, how does it sound? Obviously, it sounds good. You will definitely enjoy it. You will enjoy everything I provide you with and tell you to do. I can't imagine any sort of negativity or disagreement coming from one of my friends. I don't know. That's not... I'm not... Make sure to save. Okay. I'm not sure that's how friendship works. I will assume that we share this philosophy when it comes to friendship. You say, oh yes, absolutely. You nod as enthusiastically as you can without aggravating your broken ribs. You consider giving her a thumbs up as well, until you realize one of your arms is probably broken, too. You'll try to make sure she doesn't notice though. It would probably leave a bad impression. Come with me. There's something I need your help with. You follow her into her hive. It's a bit gloomy in here. You suppose she's going to fix you something to eat soon as promised. You pass through her kitchen and out of this other side to another room? Okay, you guys' dinner can wait. This way. Try not to let any of her broken limbs slow you down. A good friend wouldn't allow such trifling physical ailments cause me any inconvenience. Oh, so you guess she does know you're injured? Fair enough. You hobble a little faster, through another door into a much darker room, and now down a flight of stairs? It's hard to see. There are torches along the wall ahead. A monstrous noise rumbles below. Don't mind her. She's just hungry. She's always hungry, though. What's that? You're hungry too? I have not forgotten. What sort of piece of crap brand do you take me for? You didn't remind her that you're hungry. You thought it, though. Can she read your mind? You hope not. That's not going to make this friendship in progress a bit awkward. That's going to... Okay. Here we are. This is where you will be most useful to me as a friend. You look around with a... I'm worried about that camera. You look around with a sense of relief. You see no sign of whatever hungry thing was grumbling down here. You are less relieved to see several other kids trapped in cages of various shape and size. One of them makes eye contact with you. The boy is the same kind of alien as her, horns and all. He has a dark red symbol on his shirt. His expression seems to plead with you. He struggles to say help, but your new friend looks amused and touches her finger. Help, he says. Help, Blue. By which I mean hello, of course. Oh, okay. Looks like you're the new friend in progress chosen by the great and beautiful Ardata. Oh, so she kidnaps people. Great. She's my savior, my reason for being. I am nothing without her. I'd hollow myself out and let her make a nest inside of me if she'd permit it. You turn away from this boy. You don't want to hear anything he has to say, ever again. Don't mind him. He's always regarded himself as a comedian. Come, over here. This is what I need your help with. If you're going to have any value to me as a friend. You're led to a dank corner of this... Well, you're going to call it like you see it. This dungeon. Your new friend has a dungeon full of sad, suffering children, and presumably a monster lurking somewhere in here as well. It's not ideal. And again, social beggars like you can be choosers. I've been having an awful time with it. You can do it for me. It will save me time. You look at the thing in question. You doubt she's been having an awful time with it. You doubt this because it's still in its box, looking completely untouched since it was brought down here. It's a box containing a table? A table that looks ominously like it was designed to keep a person strapped to its surface. I will need you to assemble it. Here's a screwdriver in case you need it. I will assume other required tools are contained within the box. You take the screwdriver with your non-broken arm. This isn't exactly what you had in mind. You don't know what you had in mind, really. A warm meal, a friendly banner, perhaps a sling for your arm and a remedial balm for your ribs. Still, you open the box without protest. Hold on, before you start. This will make for excellent content. My fans will appreciate this. She set up a video recording device on a tripod and points it at you. A video feed comes to life on several monitors just behind you. You see in the corner of a screen an unflattering angle of your torso hunched over the furniture box. Other rectangles contain shots of other kids in cages around the room. You suppose cameras are pointing at them too. You had no idea this friendship came with the perk of instant stardom. Now you may begin. She's suddenly sitting in a comfortable looking chair facing you and holding a chalice, swishing around some vicious liquid it contains. You have all the parts spread on the floor, organized according to their labels in the instructions. Average streamer. You try to remember the last time you assembled something like this. You don't recall enjoying it. To be perfectly honest, this doesn't look like it will be fun at all. She frowns conspicuously. Oh, how sad for you. I'm sorry. Is this activity not to your liking? You assure her vigorously that no, it actually looks amazing. You love stuff like this. It's what you were born for, you say as you swoosh the screwdriver around, demonstrating your plainly evident skill with the tool. Forget the thing that you just thought. Completely arbitrary and wrong thoughts pop into your head all the time. It meant nothing, you swear. Yes, I hear that a lot. Continue. You open the little bag full of screws. Jesus, there are like 50 screws to this thing. Where could most of these screws possibly even go? Judging from the picture, the table really doesn't seem that complicated. You look at your screwdriver, then study the screws. Every single one requires an Allen wrench. Does this even come with an Allen wrench? The instructions seem to suggest it does. You look around, but don't see one. Did you open the bag too forcefully? Did the Allen wrench go bouncing off into a dark dungeon crevice nearby? Maybe you lost some of the screws too. Damn it. You begin to sweat and look around nervously. You check underneath one of the parts. Nope, it's not under there. You grip the screwdriver a little tighter. You wonder what to do next. Okay. Save. Close menu. Get the hell out of here. Just do your best assembling the table. This is what friends are for. You decided it would be best not to complain about the missing Allen wrench. Your friend would probably consider it bad form. You'll just make do and twist in all the screws by hand, as best as you can. Your broken arm isn't making this any easier. You favor the other one and prop pieces into place precariously, leaning against each other while you nudge them into position with your legs so the screw holds a line. It's really frustrating work, you're not going to lie. As you're twisting in the first screw, the grooves slip and the screw gets stuck, but you've already turned it too tight. Now it's hard to get it out. You twist in reverse harder. But your fingers slip, and the table pieces start to slide. They're going to fall. You react to catch them, but it's too late. The heavier piece tips over and slams you in the broken ribs. Oh, on its way to the floor. It hits the floor with a bang. The stuck screw pops out and goes bouncing 10 or 15 feet away, settling deep underneath a piece of dungeon furniture. God, you're probably going to need to get that. You hear a light chuckle. Good. Good. She takes another sip from her chalice and settles even more comfortably into her chair. Is she enjoying this? You think she's enjoying watching you struggle to put this stupid thing together? Maybe a little too much. Nevertheless, you continue. A friend is a friend, and you don't like to let your friends down. You've committed yourself to this project. You will get the screw out from under there a bit later. Maybe when you need the final screw. You turn your attention back to the table pieces and try a different strategy. You place the biggest part, the table platform, flat on the floor. The legs would be pointing upward if they were attached. You position one leg at the right spot, in alignment with the holes. Sit on the table platform and steady the leg with your feet. You grab another screw and concentrate. She sounds so pleased. It's strange, you admit, for watching this sort of activity to make someone so happy. But you also have to admit to taking a certain pride in it. It's wonderful, actually, to feel useful, wanted, important even, if only somewhat menially, to a great new friend who has discovered a way for your talents to improve her life. Out of the corner of your eye, you notice one of the cage kids reaching out with his hand. He's concentrating. Then you notice the screw you lost slowly slide out from it underneath its hiding place. Nice. Everyone's working like a team down here. Ardetta does not look at the kid, but sneers a bit. She reaches towards him, and he appears to have trouble breathing. After a moment, you notice the screw slowly lights back under the thing. She releases him from his breathing problems, resumes her pleasant expression, and takes another sip from her chalice. You guess that one's against the rules? You decide to make a note of it. Your friend runs a tight ship down here. You respect that. About an hour later, you have all four legs on plus some other accoutrements attached. You wrestle madly with the thing to get it upright, using only your good arm. It seems she may have forgotten about the final missing screw. You doubt the table needs it. You decide you won't bring it up if she won't. You give it a test. It's pretty wobbly since you were only able to tighten the screws with your bare fingers, but again, she doesn't seem to mind. She reclines and has a look on her face which makes her appear absolutely enamored of your handiwork. She has finished her drink, and the chalice is on a side table. Some awful-looking thing crawls along the floor towards her. It looks like some sort of spider, the size of an average dog. Its abdomen is preposterously large. Actually, you think it's a huge dick? That's what it looks like. It settles just in front of her. She puts her legs on top of it and crosses them. It settles under their weight and grumbles. Let's try it out, shall we? You shrug and sit down on the rather rickety table. You're about to lie down, but she interrupts you. No. You fool. You absolute fool. What do you think you're doing? That's not what I meant. Get up. You stand up, embarrassed. Again, without looking at the cage kid, she raises an arm towards him and beckons. He stares blankly and opens his own cage, which apparently wasn't locked. He shuffles vacantly over to your table and lies down on its surface. She looks at you expectantly. You aren't sure what to do. What? You didn't think I'd be playing table stickball on the thing, did you? You aren't sure what table stickball is. Oh, you really are pretty simple, aren't you? It's like a miniature version of arena stickball played on the table. Got it? You don't, but you nod. Now go to it. You shackle the kid's arms and legs to the table. That seems to be the right thing to do since the thing comes fitted with the shackles. She gets up and lifts her huge, thick-like pet. It makes more grumpy noises. She plops the enormous thing right down on the kid's chest. He appears rendered unable to protest. The tick bites the boy's neck and begins to feed. She smiles and pats his swelling abdomen. Dark, rust-colored blood dribbles from the place where it has attached to the boy's neck. Moments go by while she looks ratified by the process, proud almost. Then she looks at you expectantly. Well, you don't know what she means. The final screw. Aren't you going to retrieve it and screw it into wherever it needs to go? The job isn't done. I don't keep the company of many individuals who leave things unfinished, you know? Of course, what were you thinking? You should have known your friend wouldn't let that go unnoticed. Actually, you feel like an idiot for thinking it would. You stoop very low to the ground, on your knees, placing your cheek just above the floor. You peer under the large edifice. It's dark in there, and goes back a ways. Lots of room for that darn little screw to roll. You take a few pitiful swipes with your good arm, but come empty. It must be further back. You think you can see it? Yeah, that must be it. Just a little further. You have an idea. A tool would be helpful. Guess a screwdriver will come in handy after all. How did she know? Your new friend must be very wise. You think you're liking her more every minute. You grab the screwdriver and feel around with it. Yes, you got it, you think. You carefully scrape it closer to yourself, and then pick it up. You then go back to the table and find the one remaining hole you left unscrewed. You slide under the table as a mechanic would with a car. There it is. The table is creaking and wobbling quite a bit now. The tick is really getting into its dinner, it seems. All the loose screws in the table have added up to a lot of give and leeway in the overall stability of the furnishing. Maybe the final screw will help. Our data has returned to the setup with the monitors. She's just adjusting some settings on the feed, controlling the zoom of the camera, and typing some remarks into a chat window. This is very good material today. It's not often that I can provide content of this caliber to my subscribers. Go on, complete your project. This will be very good. The table's gonna fall on me and I'm gonna die, aren't I? You still think it's weird that she likes watching you put furniture together so much, but you're not the one to judge friends. Sounds like a great way to lose friends, honestly. You screw in the final screw, but the stresses on the table are causing the holes to be misaligned. This won't be easy. The huge thick shifts in its grotesque body above you, causing the table to creak loudly. You nervously slide halfway out from under the table to check it out. Then a loud pop. Then the sound of scrapping metal. 6 or 7 screws shoot out of the desk like rivets in a sinking submarine. What a piece of crap this thing is. You think a little too late. You really needed that Allen wrench. All 4 legs play dramatically out from underneath it at once, like a baby deer on ice. The table platform comes crashing down on your lower torso, breaking your pelvis. Ow! You bellow in pain and flay to pull yourself out. Oh, you forget that you're still holding the screwdriver in your desperate flailing. You plunge the screwdriver into the fat abdomen of the dick, which begins gushing gross blood with great force. Ew, spraying your entire upper body and face. It's not like I can run, our pelvis is broken, apparently. The beast starts thrashing wildly and screaming. You can't see your new friend due to the blood in your eyes, but you can't imagine she's thrilled about what's going on here. Your annihilated pelvis is in perfect agony. You have to get your miserable torso out from under that shitty table. You have an idea. With your broken arm, you start slapping the big ass of the screaming thing, while yelling yee. You clutch the screwdriver handle with your other hand hard. The blood-gushing monster starts kicking and rearing. Then blasts off across the dungeon floor like a pig at a rodeo. You hold on for dear life, still blind, but your plan works. You've been pulled out from under the tomb, and you've spent the last hour constructing it for yourself. Your pelvis is in ruins, but at least you're free now, and riding like the wind. As you and the blood-spewing tick go tearing around the room, crashing into stuff, you hear a boy crying. You guess our data became distracted enough by your foolish display to seize her paralyzation method on him. Or maybe distracted is the wrong word? Maybe she's disappointed by your foolishness? Oh god, you might be blowing it right now. The chick swerves suddenly and starts running up the stairs. Ow, ow, your brutal pelvis feels every step on the way up. It careens through the rest of the hive, crashes through the front door, then comes to a sudden halt. You're catapulted violently over its backside and sail 50 yards through the air. Well, we're about to break something else, I guess. Or die. You land on your ass and wipe the blood from your eyes. Okay, this was embarrassing, but everyone makes mistakes, right? You can still salvage this friendship. You know you can. You turn back to look at her hive. Ardea is standing in her doorway with a furious look on her face. She's flipping you off. You will not be my friend. Rejection. All of that? For nothing? Wow. I guess we'll load. Maybe that wasn't the right option. Get the hell out of there. First, you clear your head and try to think innocent thoughts. Fluffy clouds in the sky. Ironing some clothes. Ironing clothes is a fluffy thought? A winning touchdown pass from sports. Ardea's long black hair is spilling over her cloak. Wait, these are not innocent thoughts. Shut it down, shut it down! There's no time for thinking. You have to act. You hurl the screwdriver at her and run. She calmly lifts a hand toward one of the kids in the cages. The kid tenses up and lifts a hand in the direction of the screwdriver. The screwdriver freezes mid-air, right in front of Ardea's head. You run up the stairs. She twitches a finger. The cage kid does a full-body spasm, and the screwdriver goes sailing towards you. It stabs deep into your leg, and you buckle over, tumbling backwards down the stairs. You're a crumpled heap at the bottom of the stairs, bleeding, and you think your arm is broken into places now. That didn't seem very friendly to me. Luckily for you, I'm very determined to make relationships work. Even ones with people who flee simple furniture assembly projects. She stands over you. You attempt to pull the screwdriver out of your leg, but your entire body locks up. You can't move. She holds on a stretched hand just above you. You shouldn't try to move yet. And you certainly shouldn't try to pull out that screwdriver. You'll get blood everywhere. To my three little eyes, under the present conditions, it seems to me that only one of us should attempt walking up these stairs. You feel relieved. Perhaps you have some alien means of levitating you up the stairs? Wait, no. Your body's tensing up again. It's moving without your permission. You get up to your feet without taking the screwdriver out. Wow, that hurts. What is she making you... Wait, what? She can't be. You use both of your arms and all of your strength and pick her up entirely. The pain from your arm is excruciating. Arms with broken bones are not meant for heavy lifting. The additional weight of your wounded leg isn't great either. You hold her as a groom would hold a bride. She wraps her arms around your neck to hang on to you in what strikes you as an overly familiar manner. She looks directly into your eyes and grins. This is better. Now, onward and upward, new friend. Your legs begin to operate without your consent. They wobble and struggle under the weight. The wound throbs. You lumber back up, a long flight of stairs, carrying her all the way. You take her back to the kitchen and set her down in a chair seated at a table. You didn't think I'd forget about dinner time, did you? Let's put your unfriendly behavior behind us. It's a good thing for you that I'm benevolent enough to overlook disgusting acts of betrayal. You may have noticed I keep several friends in my hive who I have similarly forgiven. Consider the transgression blood beneath abattoir. You exhale. Now that she mentions it, yes, you are hungry. Maybe a warm meal will lift your spirits and get this heretofore turbulent friendship back on track. Maybe you'll even get a chance to pull the screwdriver over your leg. You pull out a chair and attempt to sit down, but your legs lock up, and then you stand again. Apparently this was not the right thing to do. Oh, but why are you sitting? There's cooking to be done. You stagger mechanically over to the fridge and open it. You pull out a large hunk of some sort of alien mystery meat and put it on the counter. With your broken arm, you reach in anguish for a big dangling meat cleaver. You chop the hog, wincing with each swing of the cleaver. You place the sliced meat in a frying pan, sear it lightly, and serve it on a plate very rare, just the way your new friend likes it. You didn't know that's the way she likes it, but you surmise this is what she prefers in a piece of meat, since technically she's the one doing the cooking. You put it on the table in front of her, along with a fork and knife beside it. Your muscles relax, as you apparently are allowed to control your own body again. She does nothing except for look at you with a pleased expression. You eye the meat in front of her, then the meat on the counter, and the chair on the other side of the table. What should you do? Prepare a plate for yourself? Is that what she wants you to do? Well, it looks like you're confused. Isn't it obvious what to do next under your own volition? A good friend would know what to do. In fact, I don't think a good friend would take nearly as long to decide what the right thing to do next is. It actually seems to me a very rude friend would hesitate for as long as you are hesitating. Or perhaps someone who is not a friend at all? You begin to sweat again. You clearly don't have much time to make up your mind. If you wait for even a few seconds longer, you will probably be guilty of being a bad friend. Maybe even a dreadful one. That's not the type of person you like to think you are. What will you do? Well, I don't have another option, I guess. Feed her? This feels like the only obvious thing to do. She's looking up at you quite expectantly. You reach for the fork with your good arm. You go for the knife with your other. Ow. You can't do it. The arm is much less serviceable when the muscles are not being forced via psychic override to disregard the pain response. Nevertheless, she looks at you patiently and smiles. That's nice of her, you think. Not to be mad about it. You feel like you're growing closer to your new friend by the minute. You put the fork down and pick up the knife with your good arm. You cut the meat into several pieces with a careful sawing motion. You put the knife down and pick up the fork and stab the piece. You put it close to her mouth. She seems pleased. Very good. Nice technique. Well-sized morsels too. She chews the meat with excellent form. She has very good table manners, you think. When she finishes the pieces, You slice up some more and continue. The meat looks very good. Your mouth is watering. But she doesn't offer any. Oh well. When it's the right time for you to eat too, you're sure she will let you know. Never. The meal is finished. There is no more meat, except for a few pieces of unquenchable gristle, which you did not try to feed her. That would be thoughtless. Very bad service. She reclines and staples her fingers, looking quite pleased with how the evening has gone so far. You aren't sure why she's laughing. Did you do something funny? Oh my. What a fool. You point at yourself, wondering if she's referring to you. You don't know what you've done that was foolish. If so, you're also still not sure what you find so amusing. She pauses her laughter for a minute or two, then slowly begins to frown. A faint blue tear rolls down her cheek from her bottom eye. The truth is, I don't even know why I'm laughing. This isn't very funny. What's happening here? It was a good dinner. You did a good job, whoever you are. She puts her face in both of her hands and sobs quietly. You have no idea what to do about this. You stand there, still holding the fork, feeling a bit useless. There is a lot of pressure, you know. Being so respected and admired for your high status in this world. I didn't ask for this. To be so superior to many. Much is expected of you. Much is presumed about what your personality will be before you even develop one. You work hard and build a brand based only on what you think people assume should be like. Sometimes I wonder, am I even that good at being sinister? Could I be more sinister if I tried harder? Please don't try harder. Maybe this is not my true calling after all. You begin to offer words of sympathy. This all seems heartbreaking to you. Your poor new friend, but your jaw muscles contract and your mouth shuts involuntarily. You guess it's not your turn to speak yet. Okay, that works for you. You like being a good listener to your friends. But what would happen if I change my brand? If I stop being so sinister online? My friends and followers will deride and reject me, and my superiors will eat me alive. If I show weakness, if I scale back on my bloodthirsty content, will I incur the scorn of a wise-ass clown with 100 million subscribers? Will I be in a cage someday, listening to a freaking fool honk his horn for likes? No, I must persist. How lonely it is to know that this is all I can do until the day I leave this planet. I have no material or sensory comfort left for me here. Until I can get on a ship and fly away, pain is my only solace. Your hand holding the fork grips it tighter. You're horrified to realize what it is in the process of doing. You bring it down hard on her hand, which is placed flat on the table. She doesn't flinch or react in any way. 3 trails of cerulean blood flow from the tines where they pierce her skin. That wasn't friendly, you think? But then, you weren't the one who did it, were you? You were so confused. My subscribers are not real friends. They adore me only for my sinister content, the show I provide, my wicked, infectious laughter. I get jealous of them sometimes, because they get to watch my content. It must be thrilling, I think. But maybe I'm just jealous of them because they get to be people who aren't me. This is freaking deep. I know. Apologies if you cannot relate. She pulls the fork out of her hand and lays it gently on the plate of gristle you didn't feed her. The people downstairs in their cages aren't my friends either. They act like they're my friends though, and sometimes I even believe it. But they don't really want to be friends with me. Nobody does. The only person who has ever really tried to be my friend, who's ever tried to be, is you? You clear your throat and point to yourself innocently. That's it. I've decided. You have passed the test. You will become my friend officially. As such, I think our reward is in order. You are overjoyed. Your heart starts racing. You can't believe it. A new real friend. But you don't have much time to enjoy this achievement. Your body is doing something again. You bend down in a strained motion and pick up the plate and fork. You position the plate over your wide open mouth and scrape in all the remaining gristle and begin chewing. It's virtually inedible. Your mouth humors the act of chewing for 2 seconds and then you swallow all of it whole in one painful gulp. Tastes like friendship. Well, that was terrible. I hated every second of it. Yeah. Wait, befriendments. I saw this before. Oh, so you can either... I'm guessing these are like achievements? Technically? Oh boy. Okay, let's go with the dude after this question mark. Are all of these horrible people? Okay, we already did her, so we're gonna do this guy now. Demon Hikali? Shikali? I don't know how to pronounce his name. Yes, someone approaching, a strange gray-skinned alien with a cozy-looking vest. Perhaps they will make for a good friend? What's up? Oof. Hang on, sorry, I didn't get a good look at you before I started talking. I guess you're really weird looking. Not all of them. Some are just stupid. Okay. I kind of uncomfortable about this. Your stammering reply eventually conveys that you are a lost traveler who is hungry and probably in some need of medical treatment. You're also really lonely and wouldn't mind making a new friend right about now. I see what your game is. You're unsure what he's talking about. Then your eyes drift toward the obvious target. That exquisite hot dog he's holding. It looks really, really good. Your mouth starts watering noticeably. No. I knew it. You're just like all the rest. Your agenda is to have me relinquish my delicacy. Well, forget it. I've been tricked out of 2 other oblong meat products this week already. I know you probably think I'm an easy mark due to my blood color, but I still have some dignity at least. Blood color? You don't know anything about his blood color or why that would matter in this conversation about this hot dog. You're hungry, sure, but you didn't mean to cast that threatening gaze at his meal. All you really want is to make a new body, so you don't feel quite so alone in this strange new world. I see. You just want a friend, not my sweet meat? Sorry, I get a little paranoid when I walk around with such delicacies in public. You can't be too careful. Folks tend to get that greedy look in their eyes around my warm sausage. These are odd ways to express the things he's saying, you think. Exactly what I was thinking, but it would be rude to point that out. Probably best to change the subject. Get this blossoming friendship moving in the right direction. Ask if you can have a bite of his hot dog, it looks amazing. Ask if he lives nearby. Yeah, or I used to. I mean, my place was bombed by drums a while ago. Now I don't have a hive, but I'm making it work out here. I foraging for tasty things when I can. I've gotten pretty good at it. I talking people into giving a meat product. I mean, you quickly feel a sense of pity for your new friend. You thought you had it rough, crash landing here, hungry and friendless, and come to think of it, it feels like your arm is broken? Your ribs too, maybe, but enough self-pity. This is about making a new great friend. You ask your friend if there is anything you can do to improve his life. Are we friends now? Is that official? Man, I don't know. It's just a vertical bar. Okay. I thought so at the beginning, but it kept appearing and I don't know. Because the first letter is not capital. Ouch. So I thought maybe it was an I, but okay. Man, I don't know. Why don't we slow down a bit, see how things go? Oh. Not saying it's out of the question. I just think I should take some time to see if you're actually friendship material. Someone I trust, you know? Not just another looky-loo gunning for my delicacy. Oh damn, you got out over your skills again. Of course, he's right. This is totally reasonable. You feel sure you can do what it takes to win him over. You make a mental note to avoid looking at or mentioning his hot dog, since it seems to be such a sensitive subject. You do everything in your power to avert your gaze from his hot dog. You are aggressively not looking at it. In fact, don't think hot dog thoughts. Don't think hot dog thoughts. It's working. You aren't thinking about hot dogs at all. It's like he isn't even holding one. And no one ever even brought up the fact that hot dogs exist. He seems to notice, on some primal level, your current non-hot dog mindset. He smiles. You pay closer attention to the boy's face. It's a nice smile he has, actually. Very kind, disarming. A few freckles here and there. A mop of messy hair dropping over his eyes. What a nice friend this would be to have, you think. He's kind of adorable, really, if you disregard the prickly attitude about his hot dog. Okay, wait a minute. You don't want to start thinking thoughts that are too friendly. You should dial it down a little. Stick to the basics. Just want a cool new friend, nothing more. You should try to spark some non-meat related conversation soon, before things get awkward. You wonder about his house. It got bombed? Yeah, you know, a routine roam passed through my hood. A little bombing, a little calling. That's how it goes around here. I was lucky. I was a lucky one. My losses, not so much. He's a goner. You don't know what a losses is, but you can deduce it was someone important to him who probably died in the bombing. Rather than overwhelming him with annoying questions about his culture, you decide the right place to show some sympathy. Thanks. I miss him. Sometimes I think I enjoyed savory bond delights as a way of covering up the pain. They're so good though, it's hard to stop. Also, I favored the juicy meats before he died anyway. It's something we did together. How do we start talking about my hot dog once more? Let's drop it. Please, dude, don't bring it up again. You didn't bring it up, but you don't want to correct him. The boy is clearly grieving. You see two faint red tears roll down his cheeks from behind the messy bangs. Your heart can't take it. You have to console this homeless boy somehow, and he'll definitely be your friend. But what to do? Okay. Give him a friendly pat on the back, or give him a reassuring hug. I feel like a hug is too much. You keep it simple and pat him on the back a couple of times. Everything's going to be okay, since you're his new friend, or at least working toward earning that status. He has a new ally to help him with whatever comes his way. He wipes his tears and appears to get himself back together. Your friendly gesture worked. You're right. I shouldn't let the past get me down. In a way, I'm free. I'm off the grid. They probably think I died. No need to worry about knocks on my door because I don't have a door anymore. Maybe I can live off the land for the rest of my life. Scrounging for sumptuous indulgences wherever I might find them. By rummaging through awful drums or smooth talking... What? Or smooth talking the right mark. Sounds like the life, honestly. I'll miss my losses, but I think he would be proud of me. If I can make it without him, if I can survive on my own, I know he would be proud. Maybe I don't even need to leave the planet? Maybe I can avoid taking ordeals altogether. I, can't test who you can't find. If I play my cards right, I can probably live to ripe old age on this planet without getting caught. Like hiding in alleys and sewers, scrapping together just enough succulent proteins to keep myself going. Honestly, I don't even need to get by that long, since I have a much shorter lifespan than most trolls. So I think I might just be able to make this work. You look confused at the last remark, but again, don't want to be impolite. He holds up his hand and as if to tell you not to bother. I can tell you're not from here. It's okay. Rustbloods don't live a long time. Blood classes higher than me live progressively longer the higher you go up. Sea dwellers live basically forever. It's kind of crazy and seems unfair, but that's how it is. I'd be jealous of them, but I think I'm not. I'm almost grateful I don't have very long to make it in this world. I don't know what I'd do if I had longer. I'm happy to settle into a nice short ride, keep a low profile, taking some good meat along the way. Nothing wrong with that life if you ask me. You understand, it seems like a tragic story, but if your friend has made peace with his destiny, you might as well too. You offer a sympathetic shrug and continue your impressive streak of consecutive seconds not looking at his hot dog at all. He smiles again. He seems to be relaxing, gripping the dog a little less tightly. That's good. You know, you're good at listening. Not many people understand me at all. A lot of people find my overly possessive attitude toward me to the lights to be strange enough putting. I've heard this more than once and lost some friends that way. There are some past personal dramas I do not want to think about, let me tell you. But you're different. Maybe you put me at ease because it's obvious you're even lower than me? No offense, but you are. Drones would vaporize a hornless goof like you, no questions asked. Oh, sorry, didn't mean to scare you. You laugh it off. You're not scared. You say, you've survived worse. You pat your broken ribs and wince. You clutch your sore ribs with your broken arm, and wince even harder because of that. Oh man. Looks like that arm's hurt, huh? Guess it's broken. Let's see what we can do about that. Here, hold this a second. He hands you his hot dog without hesitation. Oh wow, he wants you to hold it? This is such a remarkable gesture of trust. You're overwhelmed. You gingerly take the hot dog with your good arm, being very careful. You hold the hot dog from beneath your fingertips as if it's a priceless, delicate treasure. He takes off his vest and puts it on the ground, then takes off his shirt. You avert your eyes for a moment, then realize that's silly. Nothing particularly indecent about this, you suppose. If it's comfortable, so are you. Then he puts his vest back on, takes the hot dog back from you, and hands you the shirt. Here, make a sling out of it. That should help. He's right, it does help. Your broken arm is a lot more comfortable and secure. The shirt smells like meat too. You can't tell if you think that's a bonus or if it's weird. You decided it's a bonus. This is your new friend. He loves meat, and so do you. It's your greatest common interest, in fact. Nice. You know, I think we make a pretty good team. I don't know if I'm ready to officially call you my friend yet, but I might be getting close. You're pushing all the right buttons, man. Just being someone who listens and understands. You have no idea how much that means to me. You're so happy to hear this. It makes your heart sing. Well, if you're keeping it totally real, some of these things he's saying are just a little strange. Like, maybe this boy wasn't really socialized properly by his losses, you guess? You think that might be his dad, but again, you don't dare ask. Not when the positive feelings are flowing like this. Why kill the mood? He gets a little closer and swoops a hand through his thick black bangs. For the briefest moment, you catch a glimpse of one of his eyes, regarding you fondly. Your heart beats a little faster. He puts a hand on your shoulder. You're starting to wonder if all he's interested in is friendship. You hope that's all he wants. You don't think you're ready for anything more than that. You're desperate for friendship, or really companionship of any sort, but that's moving pretty fast for you. But you're too nervous to make your feelings clear on all this. If he goes any further, you're not sure if you'll have the will to protest? Listen, dude. This gorgeous meat product we both admire. I'm thinking, maybe we share it. I think that sounds good, actually. Oh my, yes, that sounds wonderful. You're so hungry, and you're beside yourself with gratitude that Demon is willing to share with you something so precious to him. It really means a lot. Here, I have an idea. He brings... This ain't friendship. I don't have a choice, do I? If no, it's not a he's getting too close. He's eerily good at this game. Oh god, that's disgusting. Oh, he's choking. You only have one good arm though. There's no use, you can't get any leverage with you. It really hurts though, you'll have to make a sacrifice for your friend. Yes, a friend who may have just tried to trick you into kissing him with a silly hot dog stunt. You're not sure how you'll navigate that tricky subject once he's breathing again, but you'll deal with that later. Right now, you have a life to save. You pull your broken arm out of his sling and grab your other fist in front of his belly and squeeze. Yeah, you try and try. His face is turning, well, not blue, deep red? You guess, cause his blood is rust-colored. Sure, that makes sense. You yank one more time, your broken arm throbbing. In pain. A huge gob of chewed hot dog launches out of his mouth like a cannonball, and the explosion creates enough force in the other direction. It causes you to actually lift him up into the air. And you accidentally suplex him into the mud behind you. You, in turn, go tumbling over him, and the two of you are soon locked into an inseparable pinwheel of interspecies downhill mayhem. Luckily, you stop just short of the street, but and after flicking in the air once or twice, you come down right on his face with your... What? Oh god. So he died. We just... It's really not convincing. I'm sorry I went silent for a second. That was very impressive is not the word. Stunning? No. I don't know. You dump the body into the bush and it's really not convincing. It looks like a dead kid was unceremoniously dropped on top of a small bush in a poor attempt to conceal a murder. You've got to come up with a better... Wait a minute. Someone's standing behind you. Uh-oh. Hello, stranger. Don't worry about this little mess you've made. I'll take care of it for you. You killed him! Okay. Well, it was his fault. Give him a reassuring hug then. You open your arms and approach him with a posture of great compassion. You furrow your brow upwardly a bit, as if to say, I know how hard it is. You advance and he leans backward a little, as if caught off guard by your sympathy. Maybe you're coming on too strong, but you know there's no turning back now. You don't just throw the brakes on an imminent heartfelt hug like this. You embrace him awkwardly, and it goes well for a moment until you realize your arm is broken, and it seizes up reflexively in pain. It jostles the hot dog in his hand, and he bubbles it. You both gasp. You try to detach from the hug so you can catch the dog, but it's already on its way to the ground. In your attempt to save it, you stagger backwards and slip. The hot dog gets... oh. The moment it makes contact with the ground, Demon lets out a shriek. No! Oh, dude! Dude, my dog! You scramble to get up in time, hoping you're not as owned as it looks, but your feet keep slipping and you... When the carnage finally subsides, you roll over and check it out. It's completely unsalvageable. Just a gross, meaty mud mash. Like the hot dog never even existed. He howls in agony and slumps backward against the tree. Oh no. You screwed this up so bad. That's it, man. I've lost everything. Not sure what the point is of even living anymore. You're absolutely mortified by your clumsiness and foolishness. You have a feeling you'll be thinking about this moment for years to come. During those insecure moments when your mind seems to be looking for any excuse to make yourself cringe with self-doubt and shame. Still, you can't help but feel this guy is being a little unreasonable. It's just one hot dog. There are probably plenty more of those to come by, for those who know where to look in this strange world. He himself said he makes a habit of enjoying these, so they can't all be that uncommon. Maybe he just has an unusual psychological disorder surrounding a fixation on this particular food item? Yes, that could be it. Poor guy. This just means he needs your support as a friend all the more. You won't give up on your friends. Or for that matter, people who you're trying desperately to become friends with. That just isn't who you are as a person. You have an idea. You're run by him with a sense of optimism and salesmanship. The past is behind you. There is no need to wallow in self-incrimination and guilt over the hot dog incident. Demon perks up a little. You want to help me get another hot dog? Absolutely. It could be a fun adventure, you say. Something to bond over. To bring two new bodies closer together. Okay, you don't say that out loud, but you really hope it is true. I don't know. It could be a long shot. Sometimes it can be days before I am united with another plum tree. Streaming... Now I really want a hot dog. I guess I don't have much choice but to take you up on your offer, do I? What do you have in mind? It's a good question. You haven't made a plan yet, and frankly, don't even know where to begin. But he's interested in spending more time with you, which is the most important thing. You'll figure something out. You decide a display of confidence is called for. Here. A real shot of leadership to improve morale. You smile, hold your head up high, and tell him to follow you. You know exactly what to do. Well, not really, but you give no indication of that at all. He's definitely intrigued. You've got him hooked now, you think. He's probably wondering if he hit pay dirt. finding a new friend with the hot dog hookup. Of course, you don't have the slightest idea where to find a hot dog, but you've got to admit, you're enjoying the feeling of being important and valued by a potential friend. You don't want to do anything underhanded, yet you can't help but feel you should probably milk this social gambit for all it's worth. This way, you say, as you begin marching confidently in a random direction. He evidently follows and begins rubbing his tummy. You begin to feel nervous almost immediately. You have absolutely no idea how this is going to play out, or if it stands any chance of resulting in a hot dog at the end of the journey. Oh well, you'll figure something out along the way. You lead him through the streets and winding through the yards of strange-looking houses, and he follows. He takes care to make sure you both are not seen, which could get you both into trouble. Apparently, the improvised circuitous route appears to provoke his suspicion. Dude, are you sure you know where a dog is? It seems like maybe you're lost. Oh, absolutely. You're absolutely sure you know where to find one, you say. You're just throwing anyone off the trail who might have been following you. He nods solemnly, as if that makes perfect sense. But you can't keep him guessing like this forever. You've got to do something, take some bold action, to keep his interest in this winter quest. You say this way, down here. This is a shortcut to the hot dog supply you're privy to. It's a mother lode. In the sewer? Yes, totally. It's just a short trek through the sewer. Shouldn't be more than another hour or several of sewer trudging. That is, if he still has the will to do what it takes to get his hands on more juicy dogs. Oh, hell yeah. You know it. After you, man. An hour later, you're so deep in the sewer, you've lost all bearings and sense of direction. You could be anywhere by now. You've taken so many crazy turns. Still, you don't let up for a second that you're lost. You've made each turn with decisive conviction. He's still following you, but now he's having trouble keeping up. He's out of breath and struggling with the foul smell. Can't say you're enjoying it much either, but you can't let on to the fact that what you're doing now is anything other than the most casual routine for you. Like you do this every day, just a quick jaunt through the sewer to hit up this vast, mythical trove of meat products. Okay, when you put it that way, maybe this all sounds a bit insane? Still, you're in too deep to second guess yourself now. Hey, I think he's gonna die again. I gotta stop and rest. I can't lie, I'm starving for a heavenly frankfurter. But this might be too much for me. I don't think I'm cut out for this. He passed and looked back. He's sitting down now, slopping against the filthy sewer wall. You're insanely relieved to see you may have just won this impromptu game of sewer hot dog chicken. But more importantly than that, this looks like an ideal time to show some sympathy and have a bonding moment with your would-be friend. You sit next to him and with your broken arm put a hand on his knee in a platonic but deeply understanding way. Your arm hurts when you do this, but it's worth it. Every little gesture counts when making a new friend. I just kinda suck. My lusus is gone. I don't have any skills and most people think I'm weird for liking hot dogs so much. I'm probably just going to get cold. I'm not good at going on adventures or doing anything hard. All I'm good at is finding an easy meal here and there, however I can get it. Like talking people out of their fine sausages using tricks or other ploys which end up losing me friends. It's been unthinkable that anyone would actually do anything nice for me or would want me to have that sweet, sweet meat I desire. At least, it wasn't thinkable until now. Your heart begins to race. Could it be? Is this shitty improvised sewer escapade actually working? You can't believe it. Nobody's ever done so much or worked so hard to try to get my hands on another magnificent banger. Sorry for being emotional, but like, this is new for me? I don't know how to handle it. I'm just so grateful. I'd be thrilled to call you a friend, man. Wherever you are. You're overjoyed. Unbelievable. It's almost too good to be true. What now? It's such a sudden turn of good fortune. You hardly know what to do. Should you hug the guy? Last time that didn't go so well, but this time he's not holding a hot dog for you to clumsily defile. So maybe this is your moment? Wait. What's that? A deep rumbling sound begins to echo through tunnels. Oh shit. They found us. It's a drone dude, I guess on like sewer duty? We gonna run? He gets up and grabs your hand and sprints. He's a lot faster than he looks when motivated to get moving. He turns his way in that as the rumbling gets closer. We've gone away from the word hot dog, yeah. Oh, but he slips on something and you both tumble into a river of horrific sludge. Bro, I can't swim, help! Your bad arm finds purchase on the ledge, and though it's very painful, you heroically salvage your friend from the muck with the other arm. He cups and gasps for breath. You find a nearby ladder, shove him upward until he starts climbing it on his own, and follow him. You burst through the lid on the floor, and you both flop out of the hole. Drenched in filth, smelling horrible, and completely exhausted, but at least you're safe, you think. Hey man, I just want you to know, even though we didn't find the glorious treasure you were leading us to, I'm happy how it all turned out. Maybe I don't need hot dogs in my life as much as I thought. Maybe that's not the real treasure after all. It's been a journey for me, let me tell you. I'm learning so much about myself, about life, because of you. His bushy hair is slicked back from his eyes due to the sludge. He's giving you a penetrating, soulful gaze of presumably pure friendship. Or is it even deeper than that? Wow, this is intense, huh? Then something catches your eye. Just above him, something dangling. Lots of dangling things, actually. Come to think of it, it's really cold in here, freezing in fact. You finally realize, holy cow, you're in a weird alien meat locker. You're absolutely surrounded by dangling meat products, including many sausages, thousands of them. You begin to sob. Your sobbing soon turns to unrestrained wailing of raw catharsis. He joins you, and the tears flow freely from you both. You embrace each other and let it all out. Suddenly, it hits you, both of you. This is by far the happiest day of your life. Meet heaven. Well, that was something. Let's just try the other option. Is he already my friend? Okay. I just want to see the other ending to this little thing. Ask if you can have a bite of his hot dog. It looks amazing. Forget it. I'm leaving forever. Bye. Disrespectful. Okay, that was it. Volume 2, I guess? Of Aesthetics, Crimson, and Otherwise. Okay. There are 18 volumes of this. What? Okay. You stumble through the streets of a strange alien world. Ever since you crash landed on the hostile planet, you have been desperate. Okay. Oh, okay. So, like, this is after all of that happened. Along the way, you've had some laughs, embarrassing missteps, and maybe even an encounter with alien meat products. You don't really want to get into it. What you want to get into is friendship. But you already have a friend. An entire planet of endless friend opportunities awaits you. If it's in this planet, I don't really want friends. I'm okay by myself. Honestly, at this point, you'd make friends with one of those weird purple bushes. You're not picky. Wait, you see something in the distance. Or perhaps someone? Let's go with this girl. Lo. What? Lo, what light through yonder weirdly organic architecture breaks? A small figure approaches. Oh! Oh my gosh! You're so... So far you've swallowed quite a few insults in regards to your looks and intelligence level. You aren't really the type to let the shallow opinions of others get you down. But it's been kind of a rough day. You brace yourself. Cute! Oh. Oh! She gives you a sweet, sincere smile. I've never seen anything like you. It's giving me all sorts of new ideas. Boy, do you hope some of those ideas are about friendship. Now that you've got a taste of it, you are hungry for more. You take a stumbling step forward, and your ribs remind you that although the potential of camaraderie is enough to improve your mental health, it can't cure any injuries. It seems like Shakespeare wrote this. Yeah, I'm like, what? Oh, you don't look so good. Come inside. I've been looking for new contributors. Contributors? Could you mean friendship contributors? No, that's dumb. Maybe she runs some sort of alien newspaper and she wants you on staff. She looks a little young for that, but what the heck do you know about alien management hierarchy? You follow her to a nearby building, and now that you're looking up from your ravenous hunt for companionship, you notice that you've wandered into kind of an upscale part of town. There's a lot of less garbage and people collapse in the street. You see one of those spiky robot things, but it's washing a window instead of shooting a laser at a group of children. If that's not high class, you don't know what it is. Before you can follow her inside, she turns around in the threshold, blocking your way. Real quick, you don't happen to be an artist, do you? Artistry? Well, as a matter of fact... I mean, I can overwrite this one. Tell her no, you never had much of a knack for it. Tell her yeah, it isn't exactly your hard deal, but you've been known to dabble. Oh, I see how it is. Well, you aren't going to snake rodent any trade secrets out of me. Goodbye. You completely blew it. I knew it was gonna go that way, but I still wanted to try. Wait, load. Oh, good. Friendships between artists can be so fraught. Much better to just keep things between artists and art appreciators. That way no one can get jealous. The girl's smile widens even further, and you feel an unbelievable rush of joy. Have you finally found someone who isn't a total freaking maniac? And she brought up friendship without you having to mention it at all. It puts a spring in your step, or as much of a spring as possible with a broken arm and a misangled torso. Amicia leads you into an elevator with buttons labeled in spiky letters that make absolutely no sense to you. You realize that probably nothing is ever going to make sense to you again. That's okay. Your hierarchy of needs has adjusted recently. Your new friend, you are jumping the gun with this descriptor, but you are feeling seriously good about this encounter, stands in the corner of the elevator, wringing her claws. I wish I'd known I was going to have company. I would have cleaned up a little. It's been a while since I've met anyone new. You assure her that whatever disaster her house can't be any worse than some other places you've seen here. Although you kind of get what she means. She's wearing an artist's smock that's covered in splashes of paint. Actually, it doesn't really look like paint, but it couldn't be anything else, could it? It's every color of the rainbow. Yeah, but we've already discovered that everyone has different blood colors. Everything right is wrong. Up is down, dogs glow, and nothing makes sense. Okay. The elevator door slides open and you step into a space that you are relieved to find is totally recognizable. A A table overflows with messy palettes and brushes, cloudy jars of water, and sponges. Several easels stand beside the windows to catch the light of the two moons, and a number of canvases lean against the wall. Turn so you can't see what's on them. First things first. Amisha brings you over to a wall screen that looks way more high-tech than anything you have on your own now-defunct spaceship. Tapping away at a series of unreadable symbols, she then indicates you should take off your sling. Oh. Wait. Close menu. History. Okay, I didn't miss anything. A table overflows with messy palettes and brushes. Oh, like it went back. Oh, I see. Okay. Oh! Wait, what is going on? First things first. You should take off your sling. Here! Go ahead and stick it in there. She seems to want you to put your injured arm into a large hole in the wall, which you do because you are sure your new friend has your best interests at heart. The hole shrinks down like a blood pressure cuff, sending bolts of agony through you. You want to yank your arm back out, but you don't. Even if it's broken, you still like having it attached to you. Instead, you shout a lot and trash your other limbs around. Calm down, you big wriggler. It's like you've never seen a medicalizer before. If you don't stop moving, it won't work. Tears spill down your cheeks, but you force yourself to still. You'll bear the pain. You'll do it for your friend. She's looking at you so hopefully, and she's so delicate and pretty, almost angelic. You look at her face and tell yourself it's all going to be okay. Finally, the hole releases you and you pull your arm back out to find it completely healed. You can move your fingers. It doesn't even hurt anymore. Hey, things are looking up. See? I told you. This is great. You're overwhelmed with the urge to celebrate. Be chill about it. Get excited and dance your new friend around the room. Yeah. What if we're chill about it? You think Amisha profusely... You thank Amisha profusely, but you manage to keep it to the strictly verbal sort. Medicalizers are great. This part of the city is great. You really need to get more rich friends. You tell her this, throwing in a compliment of her studio while you're at it. See? This friendship stuff is easy. I'm glad you feel that way. Oh. Wait. I accidentally rolled the wheel of my mouse and it goes it takes the dialogue back. Stuff is easy. I'm glad you feel that way. You're obviously really strange and under-socialized, but you don't seem to be a complete cultural idiot. Plus, I think it's really endearing how helpless and trusting you are. You laugh, slightly unnerved. You want to take that as a compliment, but after a recent encounter with another girl in blue... Well, it all ended up okay, and Amisha is so nice and friendly, and she keeps calling you cute, which you think is pretty generous of her considering what a disgusting mess you are at this point. Speaking of low bloods, what's your blood color? Just out of curiosity. Blood color? You aren't really sure what she's talking about, but... Red? You tell her it's red. She looks a little disappointed. I've got plenty of burgundy. Oh well. Good thing I have a delivery coming soon. Hey, do you think you can help me set a few things up before they get here? They? Visitors? As in plural? As in multiple potential friends? Oh hell yes. You're all over that, especially considering your newly healed arm. You are anxious to display all the simple motor functions you can perform. Amisha gives you another radiant smile. You live for those smiles, man. They are just so full of the glowing nectar of romance.
Perfect. Let's do this.
Work always goes faster with 2 pairs of hands after all. Yes, absolutely it does. And even if by that she seems to mean her hands are pointing while she tells you where to put things, you're totally fine with that. Your ribs are still kind of killing you, but you swallow down the pain. You are getting pretty good at that. Too bad you can't stick your whole torso into that magical science fiction hole in the wall. Well, maybe you could, but not right now. Right now you've got a friend to help. Amisha instructs you to clear all the furniture to the edges of the room and lay down a big purple trap. Apparently, tarp. A big purple tarp. Apparently, tarps aren't blue on this planet. Amisha answers her phone and then buzzes open the apartment door. She runs over to the elevator with a squeal of delight.
They're here! Sorry, I'm getting so giddy about this. It's just been a while since I've had any new paints.
Wait, paints? That's what's coming? Now that you think about it, there is something pretty crucial missing from this whole artist aesthetic she's going here. There aren't any paints. No tubes dribbling color or pots with their tops left practically unscrewed. There aren't even any pencils. The elevator opens and 2 trolls come in. They have pretty similar shaped horns and are almost the exact same height. Brothers? Do trolls have brothers? From their uniforms and the douchey, swaggering way they walk, you get the idea that they are some sort of law enforcement. That and the 3rd troll in handcuffs they are dragging between them.
Thank you, guys. You always bring me the best materials.
They don't say anything. They just bring the 3rd troll to the center of the tarp and force them into a kneeling position. Then they bow to Amisha and leave the way they came. This doesn't look great. Even before Amisha runs out of the room and comes back with an axe, the size of her whole body, you are not loving this. The troll in the tarp trembles and bites back a sob, but they don't say anything or try to run. She isn't really going to do what it looks like, is she? You can't bring yourself to believe that this cute alien little girl is going to straight up axe murder a dude right in front of you, presumably to finger paint with their blood. You stammer something to this effect. Amisha laughs.
Well, I don't use my fingers. I'm not a freaking animal.
She considers you for a few moments, tapping a claw against her mouth.
I know. You can help me. I only ever let one other person help with my work, and she's out of town right now. But you and I have a connection. You feel it too, right?
You do. God, you do. You've been feeling it so much lately for everyone you meet. You thought that you had maybe come across someone who would readily accept your platonic longings without putting you through the ringer first.
You do want to help me, don't you?
You do. You want that more than anything. Amisha looks at you solemnly.
Why don't you do the honors?
She holds out her axe.
I wouldn't offer this to just anyone, but I can tell how special you are.
You're trembling. The troll on the tarp is also trembling, but unlike you, they seem to have accepted their fate. Slowly, inevitably, you hold out your hand for the axe. Amisha gives it to you with a smile. God damn it, you forgot about your broken ribs, and that you're human and can't just pick up gigantic freaking axes with one hand. You drop it and it bounces away from you, like way more than you think an axe should probably bounce. You look at Amisha from where you are doubled over with pain and shame. She laughs and scampers over to retrieve the axe, once again swinging it up without any signs of strain. She doesn't even have visible muscles. What is this girl made out of?
How silly of me. You seem so culturally advanced that for a second I forgot about your natural inferiority. Here, I'll give you a second chance.
You nod. Yes, please. A second chance that does not include committing gruesome murder.
Usually I just use chains, but I've got a better idea.
Oh God. You got what she wants you to do. You hesitate and Amisha's smile gets even sweeter.
Sweet, like poison. Oh? You don't want to help me?
The tarp crinkles underneath you as you kneel. You grasp the troll's shoulders and mumble an apology. They continue to say nothing. Amisha is sharpening her axe, which already looks pretty damn sharp.
Hold on tight.
You try. You really do. The problem is, you try to hold on tight, but at the same time you try to drag the troll out of the way. Some buried instinct tries to preserve its life rising up inside you. You're weak and injured, though, so all you end up doing is just flopping both of you a little to the side. Instead of coming down on the neck in a clean slice, Amisha's axe glances off the troll's collarbone, mortally wounding them instead of killing them outright. And now you know why they have not been begging for their life. They don't have a tongue, so they can't beg. But they sure can yell, and trash, and bleed olive green alien blood all over you and the tarp. God, there's so much blood. It's just spurting everywhere. Jesus Christ, you're such an idiot. Why couldn't you just commit? Now you're covered in dying alien, and so is everything else. Amisha, the work table, and most entirely the canvases leaning against the wall. Amisha takes one look at them and lets out a wail of rage.
I can't believe this! I let you into my hive. Into my life. I was planning to let you into my pusher. I thought you were a refined sophisticate. But now I see you're just a Philistine.
Or I don't know how to pronounce it. She gives you a shove towards the elevator. Your ribs are screaming, and so is the bleeding troll. You try to babble an explanation.
Forget it. I don't want to hear your excuses. Child was right. If you and someone kill a ride, you have to kill them yourselves.
You ride the elevator back down, kneeling in a pool of blood and failure. Terrible at murder. Okay. Load. Get excited and dance your new friend around the room. You try to resist the urge to celebrate. You fail to resist the urge. You take Amisha by her tiny hands and twirl her around the studio. Or, you try to. You forgot about your busted ribs. You sure are doing that a lot. You let go of Amisha and go careening into one of the tables. Thankfully, not the one covered in art supplies. You hit the corner and go down into your already incredibly sore ass. This is what you get for acting like a huge freaking tool in front of your new friend.
Are you okay? Was that some sort of ritualistic rite or healing I've never heard of before?
You shrug against the floor. Amisha leans down and picks you up in a bridal carry, despite the fact that she is about half your size. It makes your ribs hurt, but what doesn't nowadays? Amisha lays you down on a weird lumpy couch.
Are you sure you're okay? You look a little...
She trails off to nothing. She's looking at your left arm, which you have wrapped over yourself awkwardly to sort of try to hold your torso together.
That color.
At first, you think she means the color of your skin, which is different than her light gray. Then, you think she means the truly fantastic buffet of bruises you got going on. But then you realize that in your prancing idiocy, you managed to scrap up the inside of your arm. Blood oozes sluggishly from the wound. Amisha dredges a finger through it. You're half expecting her to put it in her mouth and for this to become a whole cannibal situation. Well, since you are in the same species, it wouldn't really be cannibalism, but still, no thanks. Instead, Amisha just holds her finger up, the drop of blood trembling on the tip.
This color. I've never seen anything like it.
She dashes off to one of her tables, pulling over a sketchbook and dragging her finger down it. Your blood paints a rusty line down the center. She lets out a little squeak of excitement.
This is amazing.
What, red?
Not red. There's a million little rusty swarming all over the city. I'm drowning in red. This is crimson. It's incredible. You must be some sort of mutant. You're really lucky I found you instead of one of the drones.
Lucky? You? Ha. Haha. Yes. Very lucky. The luckiest. Though your arm is healed and you're out of whatever doubtlessly weird weather happens on this planet, maybe Amisha's right. Maybe you are lucky. You close your eyes and try to breathe. Send yourself out. Really center yourself in your own body and all that garbage. Oh. Then you open your eyes and wow, you're sure aren't center anymore. In fact, you roll completely to the left as you try to get away from Amisha, who is back and standing over you with a gigantic axe.
Watch out!
Amisha grabs you, drags you back up onto the couch, and plants her hand on your solar plexus, effectively pinning you down.
You'll hurt yourself if you keep flopping around like a beach blubber beast. You want to be friends, don't you? You want to help me with my artistic aspirations, right?
You get a feeling that she might be trying to manipulate you, just the tiniest little suspicion. It's possible Amisha has recognized your intense craving for companionship and trying to exploit it. You don't like being suspicious of a new friend, but that's a pretty big axe.
I don't know what's got you so worried. I just want to show you my axe.
Oh, of course. Makes sense. It is a really nice axe. You hold out your hand for it, but of course it is too heavy for you and your hands are all sweaty and you fumble it. Fumble the really sharp weapon. Amisha tries to catch it before it's too late, and somehow in all the wriggly struggle, you end up getting cut. Like, very cut. Across both your wrists. Oh god. In fact, you don't think she could have aimed even better if she'd been trying.
Oh. Dear.
Hard agree.
Don't struggle. You'll only hurt yourself more, silly. You don't want that, do you?
Nope, you definitely don't want that. Not after what a butterfingers you've proven to be. Amisha gets up to put the axe down, and you kind of lose track of her for a little while. You are bleeding all over the couch, and everything around you starts to go shiny and unreal. She comes back with a couple little jars that she used to catch your blood. That's a good idea. You sure are making a mess. You wonder if they are specifically blood jars. They look like jam jars. Alien Jam. Space Jam. God, you love that movie. It's been so long since you've seen it. Definitely the best PG movie about basketball. Why did I say basketball? What? About basketball. Way better than the one with the dog and the clown. Do they even have basketball here? You ask Amisha. She just shushes you and brushes your hair back of your head. She keeps smiling and saying comforting things. You ask Amisha. She just... God, she's such a good friend. Before too long, you do what it's honestly a goddamn shock you haven't done it before now. You pass out. When you come to, you are propped up against the wall in a weird way that you wouldn't love even if you weren't an invalid, and both of your arms are jammed in the hole in the wall. The mat hole, the glory hole of well-being, the magic sphincter. Why did you describe it like that? You grunt and pull your arms back out. They're healed. The cuts on your wrists are just two faded pink lines. Ow. You take a step away from the wall and immediately hit the ground. You may not be actively dying anymore, but you did just lose half the blood on your body. Gosh, you're tired. A little giggle makes you turn around. Or roll over since you are still on the floor and probably not getting up anytime soon. It's fine. You've met worse floors in your life. Amisha is sitting at one of her easels, her hair pulled back beneath a scarf and little round glasses perched on her nose. A jar of your blood sits next to her, and as you watch, she dips a brush in.
I'm glad you're awake. I was a little worried I'd actually killed you back there.
She laughs and you laugh along with her. It's very funny, actually. Everything is funny right now. It's probably the blood loss. You ask her what she's painting.
You, of course. He inspired me.
Well, right now it just looks like a bunch of red squiggles and some lines, but she only just got started. She's warming up.
She sits there on her stool, looking at her palette and chewing on her lip, thoughtfully. She looks somewhat nervous. Actually, I want to show you something. Something I've never shown anyone else. She leaps up from her stool and crosses the studio. You roll to your other side to keep her in your line of sight. You really hope she isn't getting another space jam jar. This guy is literally the embodiment of it is what it is. Yep. Pretty much. She starts turning around the canvases one by one. They are all blank, except for one, which has a little... Wait, no. That's just a shadow. Every single one of them is blank. You aren't sure you understand. You ask her if these are all just new canvases that she has not gotten the chance to paint on yet. Amisha sighs. No. I've had them forever. I'm just... not a real painter. There. I said it. She buries her face in her hands, talking from between her fingers. I'm really good at all the other parts. The materials on the studio. I didn't make all my own paints. I just can never do the actual sitting down and doing art part. She looks so despondent. You wish you could do something, but you don't really know that much about art, and you probably can't stand up yet. You tell her that she looks like she's moving in the right direction, at least. You don't even have a studio or any brushes or stuff like that. Of course, you have no aspirations to being a painter, but you leave that part out. That's just it. I feel inspired for the first time ever. I think it has to be your messed up, disgusting mutant blood. Oh. There's really no other explanation. She takes a knee beside you, picking up one of your limp hands with hers. They're cold, like she's been pressing them to a glass window in winter. Usually, I just finish up my contributors quickly. I don't have time to deal with a bunch of injured low-bloods moaning around my studio. But I couldn't just use your blood up all at once. You're far too special for that. You gaze at Misha. A mist has danced over your vision, and it isn't even the mist of imminent death. I have to keep this precious blood safe. I think you might be my muse. You will never escape! Great ending. Wow. That was the only ending I was missing, right? Because I got both bad endings first. Okay. Befriendments. Oh god. Your muse. Her muse. Inspire a struggling artist. Great. Okay, I think that's a lot for today. I had no expectations of this game, but they went somewhere. I don't know where. I feel like my mental took a hit. That's for sure. Yeah, that's Hiveswap Friendsim. Is like the original series like this? With like this kind of humor and stuff? Question mark? Because I don't know. I never read it. I didn't even know about it until a YouTuber I watched talk about it, but I've already forgot everything she said about it. Yeah, I don't really know anything about a Hiveswap or homestuck, so this is a very confusing game, indeed. Indeed it is. Fun though. In a way. Like, this last one was funnier. The first one was tedious for me. I didn't like it at all. The second one was just gross. This one was okay-ish. I don't know. You'd have to see Homestuck. Oh god. I don't know if I want to.
After this, I don't know if I want to. Maybe I just need to rewatch that video or some summary of it. Oh god. What a game! And we are still, like, how many are there left? Like, volume 2, we're still missing this one. And after that is like 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. Oh, she's here again. Huh. Do some of them, like, reappear? Like, just reappear? Because... Huh. Wait. I mean, I don't see the other ones here. The only one that, like, it's again, from what I can see up until this one, is here. And after that, I don't see the others repeating. Question mark? Anyway, there's a lot. It gets better, has clowns and clown church. Oh. Oh boy. Most of them reappear. Okay. Well, I guess this is gonna be a kind of longish, maybe, series. I mean, we tackled 3 in a little less than 2 hours, in like a cameo. Oh, okay. So, technically, let's say we tackle another 3 on the next stream. That would be up till volume 3. And then, let's say 4. We'd be doing like... Or maybe we could attempt to finish volume 2 and do 3 and 4 next time. I don't know. Like how the one blue girl took the red guy's dead body. Oh, so like some are continuations of the others, I guess, in a way. Okay. Okay, so maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Maybe in 8 streams total. Like 8 more streams. 7. Maybe if we speedrun it. We'll see. I'll have to find like time to slot it in because we already have Amnesia, which is like very long ongoing, and also we're supposed to do all 3 routes of Undertale. That's gonna be long too. I don't know how much we have of the main route we're doing right now. So yeah. So I'll try to see because we also started Necopara. I think we're not gonna be changing, like we're not gonna be adding new games in a while. Maybe. We'll see. Anyway, with that, that was Hiveswap Friendsim. Yay! Thanks so much for coming. Thanks so much for being here. I'll be seeing you actually tomorrow with another stream. We're gonna be streaming therapy with Dr. Albert, I think it's his name. I already forgot. Kruger? They're all connected in some way. Oh, okay. Okay, that's interesting. Okay. Tomorrow we're gonna have another stream of another new game, which is Therapy with Dr. Albert Kruger. So, look forward to that. The waiting room is already up. So, I'll be seeing you tomorrow with that. And if everything goes well, I might be able to stream on Thursday, and I'll try to see which game we continue that day because I want to make progress. It probably be Undertale because it's been a whole week without Undertale at this point, I think. Or 2 weeks, I don't even remember anymore. I think it's been almost 2 weeks without Undertale. Okay. So maybe Undertale. If not, maybe Amnesia or this. Either of those three. So please look forward to that. I'll be thinking about it and maybe deciding it. Also, I think Tom, you were the one that recommended the VR thing. I already forgot the name of it, but I did look it up. I just wanted to say that it is pretty interesting and not as expensive as I thought. So maybe in the future we could consider that for future streams. I did check that out and it was interesting. Just wanted to put that out there. So yeah, anyway, with that, thanks so much for coming. Thanks so much for being here and giving me a couple of your hours. I'll be seeing you tomorrow with a new game. Yeah, the VR quest. Yeah, pretty interesting. So yeah, anyway, with that, I'll see you tomorrow. Okay. Not as pressy as 5. Yep, indeed. Anyway, bye bye. Oh my god, that was a game. Thank you so much for coming, everyone. Bye bye. Hello, bot gang. By the way, thank you if you've made it this far. That was a weird one. Anyway, bye bye.